Let me introduce myself as they figure out these problems, because I realize we're already 15 minutes into the hour. I'm Sarah Robbins. I'm a PhD candidate at Ball State University, which is in Muncie, Indiana, sort of the middle of a cornfield, but we do some pretty techie stuff there. I'm in rhetoric and composition, which means I study English but not the literature part, right? So I study how and why people communicate. I teach freshman composition. So second semester freshman comp, that core required writing class that all undergrad students dread. But I teach it in Second Life. I've been doing it now for 2 semesters. And the project is funded by the Center for Media Design. If you've heard of the Middletown Media Studies that were conducted in Muncie, Indiana, they do those studies and they fund my research. So last summer they bought us 2 islands in Second Life, one for the Center for Media Design and one for my class. And I've been teaching on an island called Middletown ever since. Last spring I had to recruit students for this course because they needed to use their own computers to log into Second Life. And for an 18-seat class, I had 300 students apply for the course. For this spring, I had over 200 students want in the course for an 18-seat course. And I thought, wow, I'm onto something. You know, I've got students who want to take freshman comp. I'm doing something right here. Yeah, they're fighting to get into freshman comp. I had to hold a couple of meetings to sort of weed out students, you know, because they hate meetings. And then I made them write a 500-word essay to get into the class, and a lot of people still did that, like 60 people. And so the first semester, I just took the first 18 that sent me an essay and said, okay, you're in, you know. And I think I'm going to be teaching 2 more sessions of it in the fall and in the spring next year. So if you're interested in how a class might work in Second Life and you want to observe one, mine meets on Thursday nights, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on Middletown. You're more than welcome to log in and come by and see the chaos that is freshman composition when it happens in Second Life. My dissertation research is on mechanics of communication in virtual environments. And so that's why Second Life initially interested me, is I wanted to study the communication paths that happen there and other spaces like World of Warcraft and even things like Gmail and instant messaging. So that's sort of the work that these talks come out of. Can I just go ahead and start?
Keep going.
Yeah, okay. So today I'm going to...
You're not at the... Let's see if we can get her to the...
What island is it?
It's Cybrary.
Cybrary. There we go.
So right now folks in Second Life can hear me talk and they can see my slides, but I'm not standing there yet. So Mark is going to drive my avatar if they can get me in there so I can wave my hands around and stuff. So today I'm going to talk about creating authentic and engaging learning community environments in Second Life. And I don't know, are any of you on the Second Life Educators mailing list? A few. There are over 2,000 people on that mailing list right now. It's a very active community. If you're an educator or you're interested in education, if you're a grad student and you're interested in how classes are held in Second Life, I really encourage you to be part of that mailing list. It's a really great community, very, very active. And everybody from, you know, noobs coming into Second Life for the first time, having never taught in Second Life, all the way to folks like me who've been teaching there for a year or so are on that list. Lots and lots of helpful folks on that list. But there's always an avid discussion there of how to build a learning space in Second Life. What should it look like? How do we make it welcoming to students? What do students need in Second Life based on what subject you're teaching, how big the class is? And so there's always this constant debate. Do we recreate real life spaces? Do we create these spaces that aren't even possible in real life? You know, have students sit upside down, or, you know, have them have class on top of a volcano. You have so many options that it's almost daunting to make those decisions. And because UNC is sort of at that point, you have a couple of islands and it's sort of under development. As I was flying around last night, I was sort of checking out what was there already. I'm going to talk about how these virtual environments offer challenges to creating these authentic and engaging learning spaces. How are we doing?
We'll get there.
That's me.